Former Bosasa COO Angelo Agrizzi says the company's CEO, Gavin Watson, turned to former President Jacob Zuma to put spanners in the works and hinder the progress of the NPA investigation into the controversial company.
On the 8th of May, I think it was when Ms. Juba was suspended, or they were compromised in the media. There was a big story about it. And Gavin insisted that we go and see Richmond MT at his house that morning. And it was quite an early morning, so we drove through there. And at the meeting, Gavin Watson emphasized that both MT and Juba were compromised and that Bosasa was at risk. He made a proposal on how it should be handled, and he was going to go and see the president soon, so he did a role play. He sat down MT and he said to him, "Let me explain to you now what I'm going to do, and then I'll tell you how to handle it going forward." And his words to me, were, we'll tell the president what to do and how to sort these things out, because it was getting a bit much.
Who was he referring to when he said he was going to tell the president?
He was talking to Richmond MT, and he was referring to the ex-president Zuma.
Well, Agrizzi says he held a private meeting at former Correctional Services Commissioner Linda MT's house. He says during the meeting, MT told him to write to Bosasa's attorney to challenge the legality of the SIU report.
We discussed what had happened, as we would normally after his meeting with the ladies, as he put them. So the ladies he referred to was Snake and Jay.
That's Miss Jiba and Miss Lepinka.
Okay.
Yes.
We never, just so you know, Chair, we never ever use their names in
Yeah,
these.
you just use the
code names. But
But
for this purpose, I'll use their full names.
Okay.
So we spoke about, he said we've got to challenge the legality of the SIU report. Two bases. That's MT writing this down. He's giving me instructions to take to the attorneys and to give them a guideline on drafting a letter.
Material to challenge.
Correct.
Yeah.
The first thing that was mentioned was that the legality of the SIU report in its entirety must be challenged. And that is because, according to the evidence which is contained in the report, the way that they obtained subpoenas, the way that they obtained evidence was tainted.
Well, journalists were also allegedly paid to get information.
PLS, which stands for Papa Leshabane, that is the director.
Yes.
Okay, so this one's different, as I said earlier. That is 71, and it's got a code behind CCV.
Yeah.
That was a total amount that was given to Papa Leshabane, and from that amount he would pay Zach Medise as well. And he was paying journalists and people from Lindela.
He was paying journalists as well.
Correct.
To do what?
Chair, to give information and to work with them.